Breaking right off the top of the Fox 8 10 o'clock news, the motorsports world heartbroken and shocked tonight after learning the legendary two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion and the winningest driver in the sport's modern history, Kyle Busch, died today at the age of 41. His death comes after his family and race team, Richard Childress Racing, released a joint statement earlier today announcing he was in the hospital with a severe illness and that he would not race in the Coca-Cola 600 race this weekend at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Good evening and welcome. I'm Neil McNeil.
And I'm Katie Nordine. Busch was set to drive the number 8 Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing this Sunday. Fox 8's Danny Harnden joining us here in the studio with a look back at his racing career. Danny, this is hitting a lot of people really hard.
Yeah, this sport of NASCAR has had its share of tragedy, and losing Kyle Busch is just devastating. He's just a racing legend. Kyle has won a lot at every level, and now his career and life cut short at the age of 41. For most of his NASCAR career, Kyle Busch was known as the guy in the M&M's car. You know, the car that ended up in victory lane so often.
He got the Cup at age 19 for Rick Hendrick, was there a few years, won races, went and had a long, very, very successful career with Joe Gibbs Racing, and then went to Richard Childress Racing and started winning. He could win in anything and anywhere.
And if you add up all the wins, 63 in the Cup Series, 102 in O'Reilly, 69 in the trucks, that's 234 NASCAR victories, most ever. Earlier this year, I asked Kyle if that's one of those sports records that will never be broken.
I mean, it was pretty awesome winning 20, 23, 24 races in a season across all 3 series. But, you know, we'll see what that looks like going forward. I would certainly like to think that, you know, all records are made to be broken, right? So maybe it'll stick around for a long, long time. Maybe somebody out there one day will break it. Maybe I'm training that young guy that's gonna break it, my son Brexton.
Kyle drove for the heavyweights of NASCAR, Rick Hendrick, Joe Gibbs, and Richard Childress. Many wondered how the relationship with RCR would work.
With you know, everybody said, "Man, how y'all going to get along?" Same question they asked me about. You and Dale won't last 6 months. We lasted 20 years. I want to keep Kyle there, and hopefully we can end his career when he gets ready to.
Unfortunately, it ended way too soon. Kyle Busch, who just turned 41 years old on May 2nd, passes away, and the NASCAR world is mourning the loss of one of the all-time greats. Kyle is survived by his parents and wife Samantha and his 2 children, 11-year-old Brexton, who is a rising star in the racing world, and 4-year-old Lennox, and of course his brother, Hall of Famer Kurt Busch.
Danny, thank you. And all over the country and here at home, fans are struggling to process Busch's death.
Fox 8's Justin Lundy's live in Davidson County tonight outside of the Richard Childress Racing Museum in Welcome, where race fans have been stopping by to pay their respects and to support one another. Justin, what all are you seeing there tonight?
Neil, Katie, throughout the evening I've seen dozens of fans stop by the museum and make a little memorial in front of the front door. From here you can see bouquets, cards, and even M&Ms. It's something that many people think of when they see the bag of M&Ms. They think of Kyle Busch, and dozens of fans stood in front of this door and spoke about his bigger-than-life personality and the impact that he had on racing. When I arrived here, you were sitting on the side of your car. What was going through your mind?
That we lost a phenom in the sport. Even if most believe he was in the twilight of his career, I mean, he still had plenty. He won last weekend in trucks. Sure, it's not the main series, but he still won. That takes a lot of guts, a lot of talent. No matter what you're able to do, Kyle Busch was and forever will be a phenom.
In the pouring rain, Baden Boyer was the first Kyle Busch fan to arrive at the Richard Childress Racing Museum in Welcome Thursday evening, less than an hour after the NASCAR legend's sudden death.
Pretty much since the entire time I've watched the sport of NASCAR, every single series, I've known the name Kyle Busch.
Baden says he ran into Busch at races over the years.
You know, obviously he's meet and greets at Sign Up For, and a couple times I've met Kyle Busch, and he has always been one of the warmest drivers you can meet. You gave him respect, he gave you respect.
Baden wasn't alone at the museum. Dozens of people like Cindy Schoaf arrived with bouquets.
And I stopped at the store on the way over here. I wanted to come by and just pay my respects. I just hate it for the whole RCR family, and especially Kyle's family, Samantha, Brexton, Lennox. I'm just heartbroken.
Schoaf says this isn't the first driver she's had to pay her respects to.
We came out here the night that Dale Earnhardt got killed in Daytona. He also drove for Richard Childress at the time.
Fonda Byerly brought roses.
Complete shock. We became Kyle Busch fans when he came here to RCR because we were Earnhardt fans. RCR's always been special to us, and so we wanted to come here and just pay our respects.
Kyler Kepley arrived in fan gear.
And I've been watching NASCAR my whole life. My dad was in it, my grandpa was in it. I raced short track at the stadium. Kyle was my hero. He was rowdy. He was fun to watch. Obviously, I was a kid. He had the M&Ms, the Skittles, the cartoons. I just loved watching Kyle.
Throughout Thursday evening, fans comforted each other and shared stories of his excellence. And as the racing world mourns Busch's passing, Schoaf says her thoughts are with his family.
Such a loving family. They pick and cut up with each other, and they just love their children. And I just hate it for Brexton. He's into the racing scene, and now he doesn't have his dad.
A spokesperson for the museum came up to me earlier and said that if you did not get the chance to stop by and pay your respects today, the museum opens up at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Reporting live and welcome, Justin Lundy, Fox 8 News.
Justin, thank you. And statements of sadness and support for Busch's family pouring in all over social media. Dale Earnhardt Jr. posted this statement on X talking about his and Busch's past and their relationship and how they had discussed Busch running Earnhardt's late model at Wilkesboro this summer. It goes on to read, quote, Kyle was one of the greatest drivers in NASCAR history. No one can deny that, but he was also a father, a husband, brother, son, and a friend to many. My heart is broken for the Busch family.
The North Wilkesboro Speedway also sharing on social media tonight. We are heartbroken by the passing of Kyle Busch. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Busch family and the entire motorsports community. And North Carolina Governor Josh Stein posting his condolences on X. Anna and I send our deepest condolences to the Busch family during this incredibly difficult time. Kyle was not just a talented and record-setting driver, he was also a kind person. His loss will be felt throughout the entire NASCAR community and well beyond. May his memory be a blessing.